The late 18th century was a time of great upheaval. The political landscape of Europe was shifting dramatically, with old powers struggling to maintain their dominance and new forces rising to challenge them. Revolution raged in France, sending shockwaves across Europe. The French Revolution, with its cries for liberty, equality, and fraternity, inspired both hope and fear. It was a beacon for those yearning for change and a threat to monarchies across the continent. Britain and France, locked in a deadly struggle for global dominance, clashed on land and sea. Their rivalry extended beyond Europe, reaching the far corners of their empires. From the Caribbean to the Indian Ocean, their battles were fought with relentless ferocity. The Mediterranean, a vital trade route and strategic crossroads, became a focal point of this conflict. Control of this region meant access to wealth and resources, and both nations were determined to dominate it. The sea lanes were lifelines for their economies and military campaigns. Britain, with its powerful navy, sought to control the sea lanes and protect its interests in India and the East. The British East India Company played a crucial role, acting as both a commercial enterprise and a military force. Their ships carried not just goods, but also the might of the British Empire. France, under the rising star Napoleon Bonaparte, aimed to challenge British hegemony and establish its own empire. Napoleon's ambitions were vast, and he sought to spread the revolutionary ideals of France while expanding its territorial reach. His military genius and charismatic leadership made him a formidable adversary. The stage was set for a clash of titans, a maritime showdown that would determine the fate of nations. The battles that ensued were not just about territory, but about the future direction of the world. The outcome would shape the geopolitical landscape for generations to come, influencing the course of history in profound ways. In 1798, Napoleon Bonaparte, a brilliant and ambitious general, launched a daring expedition to Egypt. His goal was twofold: to strike at Britain's lifeline to India and to establish French dominance in the eastern Mediterranean. Napoleon envisioned Egypt as a stepping stone to further conquest, dreaming of marching his armies into Persia and even India itself. With a fleet laden with troops and supplies, Napoleon set sail from Toulon, evading the watchful eyes of the British Royal Navy. His arrival in Egypt took the British by surprise, throwing their Mediterranean strategy into disarray. Napoleon's gamble had paid off for now. The news of Napoleon's landing in Egypt sent shockwaves through the British Admiralty. The strategic implications were immense, and the need for a swift and decisive response was paramount. The Admiralty knew that the French fleet posed a significant threat to British interests in the Mediterranean and beyond. Admiral Horatio Nelson, a rising star in the Royal Navy, was given command of a squadron and tasked with hunting down the elusive French fleet. Nelson's reputation for boldness and tactical brilliance made him the ideal choice for this critical mission. His previous successes had earned him the respect and admiration of his peers and superiors alike. Nelson, a bold and cunning tactician, was renowned for his aggressive pursuit and his unwavering determination to destroy the enemy. His leadership style was characterized by a combination of meticulous planning and audacious execution. He inspired confidence in his men, who were willing to follow him into the most perilous of situations. Nelson's pursuit of the French fleet was a relentless chase across the Mediterranean. The vast expanse of the sea presented numerous challenges, but Nelson's resolve never wavered. He navigated through treacherous waters, always staying one step ahead of the enemy. His ability to anticipate the movements of the French fleet was a testament to his strategic acumen. He scoured the sea, gathering intelligence and following every lead. Nelson's network of informants and spies provided him with crucial information, allowing him to make informed decisions. The use of signal flags and other communication methods ensured that his squadron remained coordinated and ready to strike at a moment's notice. His determination to find and engage the enemy was unwavering, driven by a deep sense of duty and a burning desire to defend his nation's honor. Nelson's commitment to his mission was evident in every action he took. As the sun set on the horizon, casting a golden glow over the sea, Nelson stood resolute, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. His legacy as one of Britain's greatest naval commanders was being forged in these very moments as he pursued the French fleet with relentless vigor and unyielding courage. After weeks of searching, Nelson finally caught up with the French fleet anchored in Aboukir Bay, near Alexandria. The French ships, under the command of Admiral Bruys, were moored in a strong defensive line, their guns pointing outwards. Bruys believed his position to be impregnable, protected by the shallow waters and the approaching darkness. The French admiral had underestimated Nelson's audacity. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the bay, Nelson ordered his ships to attack. The British fleet, with the wind at their backs, sailed boldly into the bay, preparing to engage the enemy in a decisive battle. Section 5. Nelson's bold maneuver. Nelson's plan of attack was both daring and unconventional. Instead of engaging the French fleet in a traditional line of battle formation, he decided to exploit a gap in their line. He ordered his ships to sail between the French fleet and the shore, catching the enemy between two lines of British guns. This maneuver was a stroke of genius. It allowed the British to bring more guns to bear on the French ships while also limiting the enemy's ability to return fire. The French, caught off guard by Nelson's audacious move, found themselves in a perilous position. Section 6. Firestorm at sunset. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the Battle of the Nile erupted in a deafening roar of cannon fire. The sky, painted in hues of orange and red, mirrored the fiery chaos below. The tranquil waters of the Nile were suddenly transformed into a battleground where the fate of nations would be decided. The British ships, sailing into the narrow space between the French and the shore, unleashed a devastating barrage. Their strategy was clear and precise, aiming to trap the French fleet and cut off any chance of escape. The British sailors, well trained and disciplined, executed their maneuvers with deadly efficiency. The French, their ships anchored and unable to maneuver effectively, fought back with fierce determination, but they were outmatched. Their position, once thought to be a stronghold, now became a trap. The French sailors, though brave and resolute, found themselves in a dire situation, their ships becoming easy targets for the relentless British assault. The British gunnery was accurate and relentless. Each cannon shot was a testament to their superior training and firepower. The gun crews, working in unison, loaded and fired with a rhythm that seemed almost mechanical, their focus unwavering amidst the chaos of battle. The French ships, pounded by broadsides, began to catch fire and explode. The sight was both awe-inspiring and terrifying as flames engulfed the vessels, turning them into floating infernos. The explosions sent debris flying into the air, adding to the already chaotic scene. The air filled with smoke and the stench of gunpowder as the two fleets exchanged fire in a deadly ballet of destruction. The sounds of battle, the thunder of cannons, the crackle of burning wood, and the shouts of men created a symphony of war. As night fell, the glow of the burning ships illuminated the dark waters, a grim reminder of the ferocity of the conflict. The battle raged throughout the night, the sky illuminated by the flashes of cannon fire and the burning hulks of ships. One by one, the French ships succumbed to the relentless British assault. L'Orient, the French flagship, exploded in a spectacular fireball, a testament to the ferocity of the fighting. The waters of Aboukir Bay ran red with the blood of hundreds of sailors. The British, though victorious, had also suffered heavy casualties. But Nelson's gamble had paid off. He had decisively defeated the French fleet, dealing a crushing blow to Napoleon's ambitions in the east. The Battle of the Nile was a stunning victory for the British, a testament to Nelson's tactical brilliance and the courage of his sailors. It restored British naval dominance in the Mediterranean, trapping Napoleon's army in Egypt and thwarting his plans for eastward expansion. The victory sent shockwaves across Europe, boosting British morale and shattering French confidence. It established Nelson as a national hero, a symbol of British naval might, and a master of tactical innovation. The Battle of the Nile had far-reaching consequences. It effectively stranded Napoleon's army in Egypt, cutting it off from reinforcements and supplies. It also emboldened Britain's allies in Europe, leading to the formation of the Second Coalition against France. Napoleon, though defeated at sea, would go on to achieve further military victories in Egypt and the Middle East. However, his grand vision of an Eastern Empire lay in ruins. The Battle of the Nile had effectively clipped his wings, confining him to the shores of the Mediterranean. Horatio Nelson's victory at the Nile cemented his place in history as one of Britain's greatest naval heroes. His bold tactics and unwavering determination became legendary, inspiring generations of sailors and shaping the course of naval warfare. The Battle of the Nile was a testament to the importance of sea power in shaping the destiny of nations. It demonstrated the decisive impact that a well-trained and well-led navy could have on the course of a conflict. Nelson's legacy continues to resonate today, a reminder of the courage, innovation, and strategic vision required to achieve victory at sea.